everyone, Elizabeth here from WholeFamilyHealthy.com. Thank you so much for joining me for our second part of pickled beets. So what I'm going to show you today is how to actually peel them and get them all ready for the jars. So what I went ahead and prepped already is just some red onions, and I just sliced them really thin so you can, just have little slices of onion in there. You can also use shallots or yellow onion or even Vidalia onions when they're in season. And then I have the beets that I pickled the other day. I actually didn't have time to finish the whole pickling process, so I just went ahead and covered them up and put them in the fridge, and so they were ready for when I had time to do them. And so what I did when I roasted them is I had a couple sheets of aluminum foil on my cookie sheet, and I put a layer of parchment just because I'm not a big fan of aluminum foil touching my food. And then I put the beets on there, just drizzled some olive oil and some salt and pepper on top of them, covered it up to make a little tent, and put it in the oven, 375 degrees convect, or you can do 400 degrees regular. And then I let it go. It was about an hour and a half before they were done. And what I did is I just take a sharp knife, put it in, and if it comes out easily, then they're ready to go. And then I let them cool a little bit and then put them in the fridge. So now that they're all tender and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and peel them. And the skins sometimes just, you can use your fingers and just pull the skins off. But for me, it's just easier just to use a knife and peel them. And you can also wear a pair of gloves if you would like while doing this, so you don't get the beets on your hands, but they don't bother me. So I have one all ready to go here. It's all been peeled. And so we're going to go ahead and make the pickling mixture. So I have my saucepan here. I'm just going to turn the heat on to medium. And I have 1 cup of filtered water in the measuring cup. And I'm going to add 1 cup of apple cider vinegar to that. Okay, we've got 1 cup there. And then I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. All right, got the maple syrup. And then 1/2 tablespoon of sea salt. This is pink sea salt, but you can use, whatever sea salt that you enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in our pot. And it's not even, you don't even have to really cook this mixture. It's really just to, get everything combined and get the salt and the sugars mixed in with the other liquids. So while I have that coming up to temperature, I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and show you what jars I use. So these are just a regular mason jar with a wide mouth. And I also keep, this was from some dill pickles. I have a sauerkraut one. You can just keep your glass jars. They come with great lids. And this is not something that has to be, you don't have to sterilize your containers, and your lids don't have to be pressurized in that, because this is just going to go in the refrigerator. So what I like to start with, I have my mason jar. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a few slices of the red onion on the bottom. And then I like to just take my beet and do big slices. And I would say those are about a 1/4 inch thick. And go ahead and lay those in the bottom. So you're just going to go ahead and alternate the red beets and the onions. So I have a nice layer of the beets, and then what I'll do is go ahead and do a few onions. And when I eat these, I like to eat them together. I like to get a few beets, a few onions, and you get the sweetness from the beets and the crunch from the onions. Oh, it's just delicious. And I like to throw this in, just grab a jar out when you're having burgers or fish. They kind of go with just anything. And you get that salty and sweet combination that's just fabulous. So then I got another layer of beets, and I'm going to go ahead and do another layer of onions. And then I don't have very much of the beet left. So go ahead and do what's left of that, and then we'll go ahead and get our vinegar mixture on top. So there we go. There's our onions and beets. And then our vinegar mixture looks good. The salt is all combined. So I'll go ahead and turn the heat off, get that mixed together. And then you just pour it over the top of your beets and your onions. And you want to make sure that everything's covered with the liquid. And you can pour it on warm, that is fine. Okay, it looks good. So there is our beets and our onions with our pickling mixture. And what you do is just take the lid, I had it on this one already. Okay, so you take the lid and put it on, twist on the top, and put it in your fridge. And you want to go ahead and let these sit for 2 to 3 days. A week is even better. The longer that you leave them before you try them, the tastier they're going to be. But sometimes I can only last 2 days, and then I'm in there trying them. But you'll notice that, you know, take them out to your taste. So if you like them, not so pickled, then you can take them out in a couple days. But if you have any questions, please comment below. And if you've enjoyed this video, give me a like and share it with your friends. I hope you have a great day, guys. Love and health. Bye-bye.